Okay, hi guys. We're here once again with another Star Wars Destiny unboxing. This time, it's the original set. Finally got my hands on another booster box from the First Awakening set, which, as I'm sure most of you will know, was quite hard to get hold of when they first released. But this is from the second print run, so we'll see what we've got in here. Won't need to talk too much about the actual cards themselves, I don't think, but you know, there's always going to be something interesting, so let's get straight into it. Again, I'll try and keep the dice pretty well hidden as I'm opening these packs, just to keep the mystery going. So we start off with a field medic. That's diplomatic immunity. Okay. How strange, the dice card is at the back. Well, that's new. So there you go, Field Medic, Award Ceremony, War Room, Shoot First. I quite like that card, need some more of those, and need some more Field Medics, so that's good. Diplomatic Immunity I've already got 2 of, but, you know, can't hurt to have more. I think, in fact, I've got 2 of most cards, so I can't imagine I'll be getting too wildly excited about anything that I see here, but, you know. Okay, yeah, so these are the other way up to normal. So Logistics, Power of the Force, Hunker Down, Echo Base, and a Padawan. That's good. I've only got 1 Padawan, so happy with that one. Great card, that Padawan, actually. For the only 8 character cost, having 3 black melee damage sides, if you pair that with something like Makashi Training, and you get yourself a Fiber Knife, you know, not a lot of health, but can definitely get some damage out quite consistently. Yeah, here we go. Scramble, Intimidate, Don't Get Cocky, Ace in the Hole, and an IQA-11. It is IQA, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. IQA-11 Blaster Rifle. I think I've only got 1 of those, so that's another good one. But bolster the collection. Not a weapon that I think I've actually ever used in a deck, but you know. Block to add to the millions of those I've got. Deflect, great card. Obviously only useful against ranged decks, but most decks seem to be ranged in the meta at the moment, so there we go. Jedi Council, excellent. Comlink, that's good. I've only got 1 of those at the moment, so more Comlinks is good. Haven't come across any legendaries yet, so I'm sure we'll get to that. Disarm, Arm to the Teeth, again, good to have another 1 of those knocking about. Hunker Down, Force Strike, and the DL-44, lovely. Great weapon, although I find it's the 2 blanks, really not a fan of those 2 blanks. But yeah, if you've got a deck that produces a lot of resources, then it's all good for you. Like you, go for the kill, Disturbance in the Force, that's a lovely card for the right time, Daring Escape, and another Diplomatic Immunity, wow. I have a feeling there might be some Diplomatic Immunities going on eBay sometime soon. So, Defensive Positions, Lying in Wait, Noble Sacrifice, put that in a few decks. Particularly with Padawan in, never had a chance to use it, but I still think it's a good card. Puts Throne Room, and a Qui-Gon Jinn, excellent. This is going reasonably well. I think I've only got 1 Qui-Gon Jinn, so happy with that. Okay, Feel Your Anger, another Lying in Wait, Enrage, Flank, and On the Hunt. That's great. On the Hunt, fantastic card for a 1 cost upgrade. Yeah, removing shields, always good, particularly if you've not got any Vibrant Knives. And yeah, it's always nice to have a 1 cost upgrade because you can always scale up. And again, I've only got 1 of them. Riposte, again, love that card. Probe, Range, Best Defense, and a Millennium Falcon. Excellent. Only got 1 Millennium Falcon so far, so that's absolutely fantastic. Now, I only got one of the original booster boxes, and in that I got a Han Solo card which had an improperly printed dice. So I think he had, instead of his 2 disrupt, he had another 2 range damage side. So I'd love to get a Han Solo out of this, and having a Millennium Falcon in it makes me reasonably hopeful. I would tick. Excellent. Another fantastic low cost card. There's the tick. Yeah, and apparently you can, if you have a misprinted die, you can go, there's a website you can go to, run by Fantasy Flight, where they will, if you post it to them, do you have to post it to them? Maybe you don't, but you have to prove, within like 6 weeks of your proof of purchase, if you send them a picture of the card and the die, and the proof of purchase, I think it all has to be in one picture, they will send you, not a replacement card, but they will send you a replacement booster pack, which I guess is something, but you know, the likelihood of you getting something that you really want in there is low. There we go, Han Solo, and now let me check his die whilst we're here. So, we start with the 2 ranged, 3 for a resource, 2 disrupt, so that's the side on my original die where he's got 2 ranged again. 1 resource and a blank. So, quite hilariously, when I started, I didn't notice, because I didn't even think to check the die to make sure that they were okay. So I'd been playing, you know, casually with friends for, what, about 2 months before I noticed, and, you know, it explained a lot as to why Han Solo was all in. Again, can't have too many of them. Akbar, excellent. It explained a lot as to why I was winning basically every game that I had Han Solo in, because his dice was incredibly powerful with that extra 2 damage side. Yeah, the deflect, force misdirection. Again, that's a die that card that can be fantastically useful at the right time. As with willpower, I'm a big fan of that. Dooku, another good one for me to get. I think I've only got 1 Akbar, 1 Dooku, so very happy to get second dies for those cards. I play mostly casually, so I'm quite happy to proxy dice in my games. Oh, another Dooku, fine, excellent. Double down on Dooku. I think Dooku is, with his 11-15 character cost, and you know the way the game is going with melee not particularly being that strong, I think he potentially could, you know, with the next set of cards coming, if we get a few bumps for melee, he could be a potential future another Poe Dameron. Excellent. Yeah, Dooku could be another powerful, popular card that has a deck that becomes, you know, a top tier deck, just because he's quite difficult to kill with his ability. Yeah, Poe Dameron. Again, only have 1 of those, so very happy to get second. Second chance. Survival gear. I'm a big fan of survival gear, just because it's cheap. I think it's the cheapest card as an upgrade that doesn't have a blank on it. I'm a fan of consistency. I think consistency wins matches in the long run. So you know, if you're running a rebel, a hero yellow-red deck, some kind of control deck, perhaps like a I don't know, maybe you had Jin and Akbar or something like that. I'm not thinking of character costs in my head here. Survival gear and then ramping that to diplomatic immunity would be a strong play for me. Defensive stance, good to have more of those. Street informants, good to have more of those. Willpower and Immobilize. Not a fan of Immobilize. A lot of people love it. Not quite sure why. Doesn't really do that much for me. I mean, Shield's great, but you know, I suppose that's mostly because I always forget its action, which is remove this die to turn the die to a side showing a blank. So you can blank your opponent's die with it, which I guess is pretty useful. Hit and run, always nice, bit of extra speed. That's less core. How many people actually use the Guardian keyword? And is it worth paying a resource for? I'm not convinced. That, on the other hand, is definitely worth paying for. Black Market, again, an underused card, I'd say. Because, well, depends whether you're keen on being fast. If you want to be fast, then obviously supports are not really going to be your bag. But if you're happy to be slow, and I think we're going to see the game becoming decks that are super fast and claim the battlefield basically every round, and other decks that don't care about the battlefield and that just are happy to, you know, maybe take 4 or 5 actions extra per round. And I think Black Market, once the meta develops to that level, Black Market will become a key card for those decks. Simply because 3 cost, it can't be Imperial Inspection away. And you know, you've got 3 sides which are 2. That 2 focus is almost worth it on its own, and the ability to use the special to draw 2 cards and play cheaper upgrades, it's just fantastic. More field medics, they're always good to have. Infamous, fantastic to get some more ambush going on. Oh, and a Jabba the Hutt, fantastic. This is one of the last cards that I bought as a single card. I haven't played a great deal with Jabba, but yeah, he's definitely up there with some of the best cards in the game, I'd say. Particularly if you're playing a villain control. Jabba Unkar, again, it's a solid tier 2 deck, isn't it? If you build it right. Maybe we'll see with the next upgrade, the next set, control decks becoming kind of tier 1. Raid, Force Protection, and then that was a card that I really struggled to find copies of. I ended up buying a couple of singles, but they were really few and far between. I don't know whether it was just a particularly rare. Yeah, anyway. Pulling the Strings, great card. Natural Talent, yeah. Pay 1 to get 1, not sure, but I like the economy of that. Can't fodder, resistance execute, excellent data pad. Never have too many data pads. It's interesting, after opening quite a few boxes of the second set, you realise how much more exciting the dice cards in the second set are compared to the first. I don't know whether that's just because they were newer and we're more used to these ones, but yeah, there definitely seems to be Crime Lord. Oh wow! So it's amazing. I don't quite know how they pack their boxes over at Destiny HQ, but there definitely seems to be some kind of continuity between, you know, getting a Jabba and a Crime Lord, a Han Solo and a Millennium Falcon. It all seems to tie together, so I have no idea. I've never been able to do the Crime Lord special, but spend 5 resources to choose a character and then basically just kill it, no matter how much health, shields, whatever it's got. Is mental, particularly if you're playing a control deck. That Crime Lord can sit in that control deck and help you out significantly with the disrupt, the focus, shields and resources. All the other sides are great, but then if something's gone horribly wrong and you desperately need to kill one of your opponent's characters, if you can build up the resources, then you can do that with Prime Lord, and you never have to do any damage, but you can still kill opponent's characters. I think it's great, and I'd love to see it index more heroism. Again, not a fan of heroism or noble sacrifice. There we go. Oh, thermal detonator, excellent. I've only got one of those. Again, in the whole mill control decks, thermal detonators are fantastic because two sides of mill, which is about as good as any mill die gets, and the opportunity to do quite a significant amount of damage if that's what you so wish. Disarm, personal escort, backup muscle, one of the best cards in the game still. Oh, Jango Fett, excellent. Again, haven't played enough decks with Jango. Really need to build into him a little bit more, I think. Doesn't like you onto the teeth, cannon fodder, it's a trap, and a holdout blaster. Oh, we all love those holdout blasters. I know a lot of people are describing the vibro knife as the holdout blaster of the second set. It kind of is and it isn't. I mean, it's the ability to just ignore shields with the vibro knife is amazing, but it doesn't have the redeploy feature that the holdout blaster has. And redeploy, I think, is one of the most powerful keywords out there, and possibly even more powerful than ambush, because once you put redeploy weapons out there, your opponent really has to start thinking. Infiltrate, a little bit like I said about On the Hunt earlier. I like Infiltrate because it's cheap as an upgrade. It's a great way to ramp, get that out there, and then a couple of rounds later you can upgrade to a 3 cost without any kind of issue. And in the meantime, you've had an extra die that's been doing useful things like shields and resources and stuff like that. Draw Attention, fantastic card. Unpredictable, fantastic card. Strategic Planning. Never used it, but I can see if the meta expands to having massively vehicle-based decks, then this is going to be a key card on both sides to either get your non-fast, your slow support-based deck churning. Imagine, let's say you've got a Millennium Falcon and Pose X-Wing as your 2 supports, and you're just going nice and slow. Your opponent claims and you spend a resource to do your Millennium Falcon again. Oh, madness. There we go, Jedi Robes. Not what you want to see. Again, Jedi Robes, I have a love-hate relationship. It's great for the 2 single focus sides, but I just don't think it does enough. Then again, if you can upgrade your Jedi Robes to a 1 with the Force, then you're in a good place. Liking all the field medics I'm getting here. Healing is now that Vibro Knife kind of negates shields, healing is a big thing. And Speeder Bike Scout, that's cool. That's my second one of those in total. Yeah, if you can ramp your Jedi Robes up to a 1 with the Force in the space of 2 rounds, starting with 2 resources, then you're in a good place because you get the extra shield. But it's not great on its own. Oh, and a Night Sister to go with the Padawan. Again, only have one of those so far, so very happy to see another one. I've just realised that all of the ultra rares or whatever they're called, these I've gone out of my head. All of the purple cards, legendaries. That's it. They're all out here. So this is going to not perhaps be as exciting in the closing stages as it could be, but yeah, another second chance. That's good. Oh, and Cunning. I'm a big fan of Cunning. Again, 2 cost, which is perfectly good, and it does everything. And the ability to use a special from another card, including your opponent's cards, is just crazy. I'm really intrigued actually to see whether you could use the Sith Holocron special on an opponent. If your opponent had the Sith Holocron out, could you use that to... I don't quite see how it would work, but yeah, maybe you could. Had lots of patience in this box as well. Again, not a fan of that particularly. General Veers, excellent. He's someone that you like to double dice if you're going to use him, and I only have one of them so far, so happy to see him again. Another hit and run, always good. Squad Tactics, always good. Armory, dug in, great. Force Training, another one that I had to buy on the singles market, and kind of wish that I hadn't spent as much money on it as I did, because I just don't think, again, it's not good enough. Those die sides, really, like if it changed that one range for a 1 melee, then you could begin to see it being a bit more useful, but it's just the equivalent of a blank, really, especially if you're trying to be fast. There's another Infiltrate. And we have got 3 packs left. So, you see far too many blocks and dodges in these booster packs. It really is a shame. And an Outpost. Again, another card that I really quite like if you're playing kind of slow support type way of playing. Especially if you've got a deck that really likes using its battlefield ability. The opportunity to use the battlefield ability twice in one game. Or also, if your deck is really like the battlefield ability is key to how you want to play, but you're playing against a super rush deck, so you can never get to do it, then Outpost is a fantastic way of kind of putting in some contingency to getting the battlefield ability off. So if you can focus to the Outpost special, then you can do that battlefield ability, which is amazing. I'm not quite sure how that would work with what is it, Emperor's Throne Room, but yeah, probably wouldn't run those two together. And a promotion, and that finishes us off with a promotion there, and yeah. So all in all, pretty good. Some solid legendaries: Han Solo, Jabba, Crime Lord, Millennium Falcon, Poe Dameron. What more can you say, really? Pretty happy with that. I'm hoping to get one more box from the Awakenings set. I have one ordered, but the shop that I've ordered it from hasn't sent it out yet. They keep saying that they haven't got stock, but then other places do have stock, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. I've got all of the cards that I really need from this set. It's nice to not have to proxy a die for a character. But now that I've got that original hand die, I'm pretty happy with that. So there's our... Can you see those? Let me just move the camera a little bit. So these are our legendaries. We've got Poe, we've got Thermal Detonator, Crime Lord, Han Solo, Millennium Falcon and Jabba the Hutt. I think that's a pretty good haul for legendaries. Yeah, obviously Han Solo, Millennium Falcon, Crime Lord and Jabba I'd take higher precedence with, but you know, can't complain with any of it really. Excellent. So yeah, hopefully see you again when I get some more booster boxes. Thanks very much.